These lights are so bright in my face today. Why is that? Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way right out of the gate. This is one of the best options for a wireless mouse that I've seen in a long time. I've got a lot to say about the MARVO Fit Pro. Let's go. Let's do this. Here's the... roll the intro. This is the MARVO Fit Pro wireless gaming mouse, which as of releasing this video is on Kickstarter for you guys to check out. There's a lot to offer here. The unique thing about the Fit Pro and why it's called the Fit Pro is because it comes with two interchangeable grips. This is the small grip, and there's also a large grip, and you can swap between them as you'd like. No tools needed at all. You just have to pop off the side buttons and then swap the shell, reattach the side buttons, and you are good to go. My early review sample came with the mouse, a clear small shell, an orange small shell, a large blue shell, a braided USB-C cable, two sets of side buttons, and a wireless dongle. My copy is white. There's also a black option available, and there's also 7 different colors to choose from for the side grips. You've got a pretty nice feeling scroll wheel, a DPI switch on the top, a 3-way power toggle on the bottom, and a button to switch between Bluetooth and 2.4 GHz wireless. It's got PTFE feet for sliding around the mouse pad all nice and smooth like. And the sensor is a PixArt 3370 optical sensor. So that's actually a very good sensor in this mouse. I was not expecting this mouse to have that kind of sensor. I'm pleasantly surprised. It can go up to 19,000 DPI and 1000 Hz polling rate, which is pretty standard for gaming. It is compatible with Mac, Windows, iOS, and Android, so you can use it with Bluetooth to your heart's content. And you of course have the 2.4 GHz wireless dongle as your main option for wireless use when it's going to come to gaming. You never really want to play games on a Bluetooth connection unless you're playing something a little bit slow like Civ 5 or something. I don't know why I said Civ 5 specifically, but you get what I'm saying. But if you're playing shooters or anything like that, anything fast-paced, you are going to want to make sure you're connected through the wireless dongle. Battery life does seem pretty good. It's got up to 120 hours, but that is with some caveats. Obviously, the RGB is going to affect the battery life. That's why you've got a 3-way power switch on the bottom to switch between off, on, and on with all the RGB. But also, Bluetooth is going to use less battery than the wireless mode. With 2.4 GHz wireless, you're looking closer to 70 hours as opposed to 120. It's got Omron mechanical switches which are rated for 50 million clicks. The clicks do feel nice and crisp and satisfying. A lot of mice use Omron mechanical switches and they feel right at home here. Gonna give you a little bit of a sound test here. Isn't that nice? It's got some very nice looking RGB, although with the frosted look of the outside shell, it kind of makes the logo and the lighting and everything blurred. I don't know, it's kind of a weird choice, but it's fine because I like how the grip feels for the mouse and I don't know if I'd want anything glossy. That's my own personal preference. You've got the RGB logo at the top and some RGB at the bottom, which does look really nice, although it is a little bit hard to see with that shell protruding past the RGB at the bottom. There's also an RGB light on the scroll wheel. It's going to do different color effects depending on if you're charging the battery or not, if you're in Bluetooth pairing mode, as well as changing color to show which DPI you're on with the DPI button here. Sensor performance is strong. I mean, it's the same sensor that comes in the Endgame XM1R, and I have yet to use one of those, but people really sing high praises of those mice. There's a reason that it's called Endgame. That's because that's the company name. But it's also fitting because people like that mouse. My point is, it's a good sensor, and it's in this mouse. There is also downloadable software you can use to adjust the lighting, the DPI, the polling rate. The charging cable included is a paracorded cable, so it's very flexible and very light. It's very easy to use in those moments when you do need to charge the battery while you're playing or just using the mouse in general. And thankfully it has USB-C charging. Thank goodness. It's going to charge a bit faster. You're going to have a little bit more compatibility and options when it comes to your cables and whatnot you're using if you end up needing to use a different cable. A lot of companies have been doing it, and I'm happy to see that MARVO is doing it here. Now, how does the shape feel? Now, the neat thing, the interesting thing, is that with the large shell, the shape feels almost identical to the G Pro wireless. And what makes that interesting is if you swap out for the smaller shell, it almost kind of feels like you have a mini version of the G Pro wireless. The grip is the same width, but that shortness really can just change the overall feeling and experience of using the mouse depending on your grip style. I kind of have like a hybrid claw / fingertip grip, and this is how I mostly hold the mouse, and it's comfortable to me with the smaller shell. I prefer the smaller shell, not just for the weight difference, but I just am more used to using smaller mice. Side buttons feel nice and responsive. With the smaller grip, they're not too far back. I only have to kind of lift my finger up to hit my mouse 4 button a little bit. They do protrude quite a bit, so they're not super flush. I hate when mice buttons are really flush with the shell and it's kind of hard to feel them without looking. So the texture on the buttons and the fact that they stick out is a nice touch. So again, we've got a very interesting and, at least in my opinion, nice looking gaming mouse with wireless capabilities, USB-C charging. Maybe it's something you want to look into. Again, it's only on Kickstarter right now, and I do have a link in the description. You'll have all kinds of details there that maybe I might have left out, including pricing, because I don't have pricing as of recording this video, but you'll see it all there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new, make sure to like the video, hit subscribe, leave a comment, and share this video with a friend. Maybe you know somebody who would love to take a look at this mouse and maybe throw some money at the Kickstarter. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much. I gotta go.